Hi and welcome to another 5-minute session, and this time about grouping nodes together. And to show it we need some nodes. So let's say that I do a circle and then I just use a texture coordinate. So Shift+A, input and select the texture coordinate. Then I need some circle thing and I can use the length. So Shift+A, then go to converter, vector math, and in the vector math I can then find the length here. And I can take that from object and then the value to the surface, and then we get this black point here in the middle. I would like to reverse it, so we have white as black and black as white. So I add a subtract here and press A, go to converter math and change this to subtract and put the value in the bottom, and we have our circle. We can change the size here, as you can see with the value. I also would like to have an offset of this, so I can just add an add as vector math here. So I can copy this Shift+D, the length, and put in an add, and take that back, and now I can change the offset in the X and the Y direction, as you can see here. Okay, that is what we need from the beginning. Now I would like to do a group out of this, so I just select everything here, except the material output, and then I press Ctrl J. And when I do that, I get this group in here. So if I now press Tab to get out of the group, you can see it's only one little node left, but we get the same output since we're using all those nodes inside this node group. Node group as a name does not say so much. So you can just press N, and then you get the name node group here, and then you can just change that to something that we understand, like circle. And then we know that this is the circle. Now I have done this several times, that is why it has .001, but you will probably just have a circle as name. Okay, so then we have this, and the next step we can do is that we can get some input into this to change the size, the offset, and so on. So then I just press Tab to get into this again, and to change the size, we change it in the value here as we've seen before, and then I just take that value to the group input. And here I can then change those names, so when we have the dot on the right side, it's the output. So that we can just call FAC for factor, and then the input here could be the size. So double click on that one as well and write size. Now we have the size here, and we also would like to have the offset so we can change where the circle is. And that we can do by combine here. So I press combine, or I write combine X, Y, Z, because we only need X and a Y. So then I drag the X here and the Y here. And then I can change this by double click, writing X offset like that, and the Y offset like that. And then we have it very clear here. And if I now press Tab and go back, you can then see that we have clear understanding of what we should put in. So now it's not just math anymore, it's understandable. So if I come to this place like 6 months later, I will still know that, okay, this is the size of the circle, and this is the offset, and this is the other offset. Easy to understand. So that is one really big advantage. You have one single node instead of a lot of nodes, and the math are now converted into understandable words that you easily can see and understand years later. Another thing is that you can easily copy this as any other node. So you can just press Shift+D, and then you have another one here, and then you can combine those two. So if I now add, let's say multiply, then I press Shift+A, convert the math, put that in here, and I add a multiply, and then I take both in here. Then you can see I can do a lot of stuff with this, and I can move one of those and size it in different ways, and then those two are like a combination. So suddenly you can use like 4, 5, 10 different nodes together and make a value out of them. We can also change this, of course, to a maximum value if we want that, and then it's easy to see how we can use these in different ways here. So now we can play with it, do whatever we want, and it's really useful, much more easy to work with. So that is how we should use a node group, and you should use it often to get a structured, easy to view material in the end. But I have now used more than 5 minutes, so hopefully you learned something today as well, and I just said bye for now and see you tomorrow.